Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves really well. Back with another audio. Okay, I wanted to record this audio because I just didn't feel like doing a video today. And I don't know, a lot of things were coming up for me, a lot of downloads, so I was getting a lot of downloads that I wanted to talk about. Okay, so I'm going to kind of start this out with a quote. Okay, there's a price to pay for speaking the truth, right? But there is a bigger price for living a lie. And this is the truth. This is the truth, okay? And also, the devil is a deceiver, right? He's the one who lies, right? He's the opposite of the truth. And as you guys know, the truth will set you free, okay? Not only will it set you free from, the mental the mental confusions, right, and the mental fog, right, or mentally in general, right? As in, when you lie, you have a lot of things to keep up with, right? You have a lot of information to remember. Sometimes you forget who you lied to, and then maybe you tell them another answer, and then you get them confused because they remember what you talked about, right? And so they're like, wait a minute, didn't you just tell me that? Or didn't you say this? So it can get embarrassing too, okay? So it's mentally confusing. You're going to have to remember a lot of information, a lot of unnecessary information. And this in turn will kind of create mental clutter in your head. Okay, and another reason is, you can lose trust very easily, right, with another person, and even with yourself, right? Because by lying to other people or to yourself, you're lying to yourself. You're being dishonest with yourself, right? So your relationship with yourself also breaks. Okay, you're not going to trust yourself to really with anything. Okay, you're going to start developing that lack of confidence, right? When instead we should always be building our confidence instead of the other way around, right? We should always be working on improving ourselves, right? Instead of like tearing ourselves down. But in reality, a lot of people do this, and I don't know, sometimes we lie. Why do we lie, right? We lie because admitting the truth sometimes is very painful. Admitting the truth means that we have to face that maybe we're not that good at something, right? Or maybe, the other person doesn't love us as much as we want them to, right? Or maybe the life that we're living doesn't match with our fantasy, right? The life that we actually want to be living, right? But the thing is, right, when you're keeping yourself stuck in those illusions by lying to yourself, right, you're actually you're keeping yourself from living in truth. You're keeping yourself from living the fantasy life that you can have if you were just to admit to yourself that maybe maybe you're not doing enough to get to the life that you want. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're afraid of taking the next step, right? In order to do something or to get to your goal, right? Maybe maybe you don't believe in yourself too much. So maybe you need to work on those qualities first, right? Maybe you need to take those baby steps in order to kind of step away from your fear, right? So maybe you need to face your fears by taking baby steps, right? Towards, the path that you want to get to, right? And so sometimes this can be very, very hard for people, right? And so they choose to stay in lies. They choose to live in illusions, right? And, but guys, the illusions are never they never serve us. Okay, in fact they hold us back from our potential. They hold us back from our self-development. They hold us back from living the life that we all deserve and that most of us are craving to have, right? So it's important to remember this, and also, right, as far as lies go, the lies always have a way to come back. Okay, they always come back, right? And there was this story that I just read to my kid, right? And the story was like this, okay? So the kid asked his mom. He was like, "Mom, what does it mean when the truth always comes back around, or the truth? No, wait, the lies. No, no, the lies always come back around, right, to bite you." And it's true, right? And his mom was like, "Well, and she tried to." She explained it to him, right? And so he was eating oatmeal, and he didn't really want to eat his oatmeal, right? But his mom told him, "Listen, buddy, if you're gonna eat the oatmeal, right, just finish it, and then we're going to go on a trip." Okay, it's a trip to a place that you really like, right? And so the boy was really happy, right? And so he was really excited, and at first, when his mom left, right, he was alone in the kitchen with his oatmeal. Anyway, so he decided to dilute it, right? And he started diluting it with water, and he's like, maybe I'll drink it, right? So he tried to do that, but it was just really disgusting, right? So what he decided to do was he just decided to throw it out the window. Once he threw it out the window, right, the oatmeal ended up falling on a police officer. And the police officer saw, I think, from where it came from, so he went up, right, in order to talk to, the mom, right, or whoever threw it at him. so he, so anyway, so he went upstairs, right, and he saw the mom and son, right, and the mom was like, "Hey, what's happening?" Right? She opened the door. The police officer was like, "Are you guys throwing things from your window?" And she's like, "No, we're not." And she looked at the boy, and he said no. And then and then the police officer was like, "Well, I have a lot of oats just went on my head, and it was coming from your window." And the mother was she looked at the kiddo, she looked at the kiddo, and she was just furious, right? Because he did tell her that he finished the oatmeal, and he never admitted that he actually threw it out the window, right? So the moral of the story, right, was that the truth will always be revealed, okay? So don't lie, okay? The truth will always be revealed eventually in one way or another, right? If you talk bad about someone, right? If you try to ruin someone's reputation, right? By talking bad about them, by speaking untruths, right? They're always going to come back to bite you in one way or another, Maybe someone will be making a video, right? Just maybe that someone that you were lying about will make a video revealing that truth. And so more people, the people that, are watching, maybe they will hear the truth. And maybe you told them lies, so now they know the truth because it's coming from the source, right? But anyways, of course, it doesn't always work like this, right? But in one way or another, you will hear the truth, right? It will come back around. So it's and I've experienced this many times in my life, so when I lied about things, right, they always kind of revealed themselves in one way or another, and I was either embarrassed or, but anyway, so and they also say that they say that lies are or the more intelligent the person is, the more that they lie, right? But, I don't necessarily agree with this, as I would probably rather be honest and then kind-hearted than very intelligent, So in this case, maybe because I usually speak the truth for the most part, right? I would rather be less intelligent than dishonest, because it does have a price. Once again, it does cost you. Being dishonest cost you, other people, right, who believed you. It costs you your freedom, right? Because you always have to remember a lot of information, unnecessary information. You always, and you also it prevents you from living your true and authentic life. Also, I think some people are okay with like pretending to be someone they're not, so maybe because they feel like they have to put on a facade, right, in front of other people's in order to be accepted, right? And so that's another lie, right? And so instead of seeing these people, instead of seeing you for what you truly are, right, they're going to just fall in love with your image, right? And so they're going to like idolize you, right? Or just like they're just going to kind of, it's like basically it's kind of like someone looking at the wall, right? They're not seeing you, they're seeing the wall. I don't know if this is a good example, but they're seeing someone else. They're seeing, they cannot look past the wall, right? As you've built a wall around yourself. And really, I think for the most part, most of us are craving this. We're craving authenticity. We're craving for people to accept us and to see us for ourselves as we are, right? And so, there's nothing more beautiful, right? When you're finally getting that, when people see you for who you are, when people, accept you for what you are. I think it's beautiful, and I think most of us are craving this, right? Because I don't know, it's, so of course it starts from within, right? It starts from within. So you have to start being honest with yourself first, okay? And then after that, of course, you will start being honest with other people too, okay? So your authenticity also will inspire other people to follow suit, and they will also be more comfortable and more, they will be more comfortable in your presence because they will feel this, so you can't, when someone is being authentic, it is felt, and so other people will feel it and they will open up to you. So in turn, you guys will create stronger connections in your life, okay? People will reveal stuff to you on a deeper level, okay? And this is extremely fulfilling. It's like food, like soul food, okay? So you'll be feeding your soul with this because deep down, these strong connections are just so powerful, and just I absolutely adore them. When people share their secrets with me, when people just share their vulnerabilities with me, I just really, really appreciate it. And I never take advantage of that, right? And I just I share with them. It comes basically it develops into a very strong bond, a bond that's like unlike anything else, and it's extremely, extremely emotionally fulfilling, right? It feeds you emotionally too, that strong bond with another human being. So yeah, guys, this is what I wanted to say. Just be authentic, learn to stop pretending. Stop pretending out of fear of, I don't know, not being liked, out of fear of other people rejecting you, Yes, some people will reject you, and that is okay. They're not the people for you anyways, So, learn to accept that it is okay to not be liked by everyone, okay? We all have our own energetic signature, and we're not going to be liked by a lot of people, and that is okay. But we're also going to be liked by a lot of people, and that is okay too. Okay, so you know, I don't know why so many of us want to be loved or liked by a lot of people. I don't really know where that comes from. I think that when you're loved by a lot of people, right, it's once again, you're not being yourself. You're not being truly, truly authentic, right? Because that means you're trying to please a lot of people, and you're playing a role, some kind of a role. You're putting on a mask for most of them, and with most of them, right? So you're not being authentic, and it is truly, it's truly sad. It's hard. It's a hard life when you have to try to please everyone and play a role with everyone, and it takes a lot of energy and a lot of effort. So it's much easier to just be yourself and find your own tribe, a tribe that accepts you for who you are, right? And build those deep and strong connections with people. And yeah, it's it will set, the truth will set you free, and eventually it will also set everyone else free. Okay, so your truths, you living in your truths, it's going to inspire the rest of us, the rest of people, right? And they're going to start living their truths. And if everyone is living in their truths, then we're we become this huge force to be reckoned with. We're like unstoppable. We don't care who's judging us. We don't care that we're not liked sometimes, and we don't care, about. I don't know. We basically, when you stop caring about what other people think of you, you start living your own authentic life, right? And by living your authentic life, your vibration increases, your energy increases, your life completely changes, and this changes other people around you, right? And suddenly our whole society is changed by this. Okay, so this is exactly what we need, guys. We kind of like we were kind of thrown into this matrix, right? So we can get out of it. Just think of that movie, The Matrix, right? We can set ourselves free, and we can set each other free too. Okay, we can at least inspire that change. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Okay, thank you so much for listening in, and have a good one, guys. Okay, much love to you. I will see you in another video. Okay.